Hi, everyone. Last week, I participated in a panel discussion with Toby Groves, who put on the Explorers Conference. And with me was Maya Rockamore Cummings, the wife of former Representative Elijah Cummings. She was amazing. And we all had this really important and relevant conversation about the intersection of ethics and DE&I, so diversity, ethics, and inclusion policies within an organization, within institutions, within universities, within families, frankly, and within the government. We talked a lot about how policies that are just rhetoric don't mean anything, whether you're talking about ethics or you're talking about DE&I. And the reason why these two really intersect is because you can't have a DE&I conversation without talking about ethics and values. And ethics and values are really where it's at in terms of driving policy, right? So if you're just having a value that's put on a website, or rhetoric that's put on a piece of paper and slapped on the wall, and leadership is not living those values, they're not actionable values, teams aren't seeing their leaders behave in a way that's living these values, then it means nothing. So first, let's have a conversation about how are these values manifested within our organization. Once we can get past that and create values that are lived and breathing and real and daily being acted on and behaved on, then we can talk about DE&I and the courageous conversations that really have to happen, because these are not easy conversations. Just like conversations about accountability and ethics and decision making are not easy when bad decisions have been made, or when mistakes have been made and somebody needs to come forward, or we need to have a conversation about redemption or fixing things or cleaning the mess up. Having a conversation about DE&I is hard, and it's not something that any of us are trained to do. I, as an Indian woman, have had to deal with a lot of hard issues within my own culture on how these issues arose within India, within my own culture, within my family, within my community, and how that's played out in my life. And they're all relevant, right? We all have our own level of experiences. But to have these conversations, we all need to be open-minded enough to talk and have the psychological safety feel that we can talk about these conversations, because at the end of the day, all of these ethics, DE&I policies all create a higher ROI. It's going to drive the ROI of a company. And let's face it, we're all trying to increase and grow the ROI of our companies to have long-term growth, to have long-term sustainability, to have an impact in our communities in a positive way where we can give back. So let's talk about how ethics and values intersect with DE&I. And let's move the needle forward by really coming forward and having the conversations that we need to have about these and creating actionable values around all of them. Thank you so much. Take care.